Hey, what's going on? I'm L'Apprentice Demond, and in today's video, we're going to do a review on Ozarka Spring Water. Alright, so let's see how it does. This is one that many people have been asking for quite some time, and it took a while for me to actually get it. Like, I tried Amazon numerous times, and either the order would get returned, or they would cancel on me. So, I'm so happy that we finally got it in. And of course, we're going to be testing it today against this electrolyzed reduced water. We're going to see which one holds up. By the way, if you're curious to learn more about this, there's a link at the bottom of this video, the first comment, where you can learn all about this. But the 3 tests we're going to do today are going to be very awesome. You're going to absolutely love it, especially if you haven't seen this before. Let's get into that first test. That first test is antioxidants, and this is the most important test of the 3. The reason why is because we have all these things around us known as free radicals. They're in the air, they're in electronics, they're in our cell phones, they're everywhere. And what they do is they come around and they take the electrons from our healthy cells. When that happens, that creates 2 things: oxidation and inflammation, and those 2 things are linked to every single health disease known to man, and so we want to consume antioxidants. These are your vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, your fruits and vegetables. Those have an abundance of electrons. And so you want to ensure that we're consuming those antioxidants, because when we do that, we're going to lower that oxidation, reduce that inflammation, and stay looking young and youthful. All right, so how do we test that? We're going to use this tool right here. This is an ORP meter. It stands for oxidation reduction potential, or the potential to reduce oxidation. So all that matters here is we're going to put this wand into both of these beverages, and if we see a positive number, that means it's oxidizing, create more inflammation and dis-ease in the body. If we see a negative number, that means it's a strong antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and it's great for your health. So with that being said, let's see what we get here with Ozarka Spring Water. What are we seeing? All right, it looks like we're getting a positive 180, and it's rising, right? 200, 213, 216, 219, right? So this is very oxidized. This is oxidizing, right? Positive number, it means it's oxidizing us, which means it's creating more harm in our body. Let's see what happens here with the electrolyzed reduced water. What do you see? All right, so we're seeing a negative number and it's going down. So we're seeing a negative 620, negative 640, and it's still going down, right? So this water right here is a very strong antioxidant. You're probably thinking, like, why should my water be an antioxidant, right? Well, that's a great question. And pretty much what we do with our food, even if we're eating healthy, the healthy foods that we eat, those antioxidant-rich foods, they leave behind an ash, right? So that ash is actually oxidizing. So the cool thing about water is when you consume it as an antioxidant, it doesn't leave anything behind. It doesn't leave an ash or anything like that. It all just get flushed out, right? When you go to the bathroom. So there you have it. There's your first test, antioxidants. Let's go ahead and jump into that second test. The second test is all about alkalinity, okay? Now, it's not really the alkalinity of your stomach, but the foods and beverages that we're consuming, we want to ensure that they are alkaline, right? If they are acidic and we continue to consume acidic, we're going to end up having a lot of different challenges with our body, right? And we are going to have a way of getting rid of the acid that we're consuming every day. I'm talking the burgers, the french fries, the cookies, cakes, the ice creams. Just about everything that we're consuming food-wise, just about all of it, has some acidity to it. Now, it's good to have a little bit of acidity, but you don't want to overindulge. You want to balance that out with alkaline, right? So alkaline will help neutralize a lot of the acidity, so your body could do what it does best, which is take care of itself. Now, the pH is going to maintain that, right? We're really looking at our blood. We want to maintain that 7.365. Like I said, it's going to do it. The question is it going to do it from the alkaline things you're consuming, or is it going to start taking it from you, from your bones, from your joints, from your ligaments, from your skin, which is why eczema happens. If it starts happening from your brain, this is how we get Alzheimer's, right? Psoriasis, all these kinds of things. So what we're going to do here, we're going to use pH drops. By the way, pH stands for potential hydrogen, okay? And if we see a red, orange, or yellow, we know that the beverage is acidic and it's forcing our body to take the minerals and electrolytes from us. However, if we see a blue, a purple, or a dark purple, that means that it's alkaline and it's helping our body bring balance to all the acidity that we consume day in and day out. Let's see what we get here with Ozarka Spring Water. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting Ozarka to show up looking acidic. I was like, oh, it's a spring water. Spring waters normally show up. They normally show up around a blue or a green at best. Normally if it's a blue, it's something I test, but this is acidic. So I don't know how long you guys have been drinking Ozarka. Let me see if there's anything here. This is from Pineywood Springs, Wood County, Texas, and or Moffett Spring, Walker County, Texas, and or Rohurst Spring, Henderson County, Texas. So it looks like, all right, so this is Blue Triton Brands, okay? So anytime I see that, that means this is owned by Nestle. Okay, Nestle changed their name for any of the North American brands of waters, and they changed it to Blue Triton. Okay, so anytime I see that, that means this is owned by Nestle. And if you haven't seen what they've been up to and what they've been doing, I would never drink a water from Nestle. I'll just say that. But this is from Nestle, and they're taking it from a few different sources in Texas. And in order to make sure that is clean, either a few things. Those wells are done. They aren't alkaline anymore, right? Or not wells, the springs. The springs aren't alkaline anymore, which can happen over constant construction and things that are added into water, different things like that. Or they're doing something to remove the minerals that were in the water, thus making it alkaline, all right? Was not expecting that, but there you have it. Ozarka, acidic. Let's go ahead and jump into our third test. All right, on to our third test. This one is my favorite. I like to call it superior hydration. And the main reason why is because we want to ensure that all the water that we're drinking, it's actually hydrating us. Like, have you ever drank water and then your mouth was dry? You're like, why is this taking the life from me? Why is my mouth worse since drinking this water, right? Your water should actually come in and hydrate you at a cellular level. So what tests are we going to do to verify this or to check it out? We're going to try to make tea, all right? So you're probably thinking, Apprentice, you're crazy. You have to boil the water to make tea. That is a way to make tea. Yes, it is. But when we're doing that, just think about it. We're making the water molecules vibrate, breaking them up, making them small enough to where they can actually pass through the tea bag. We're also heating up the tea bag, which kind of loosens it up, right? But maybe we can make some cold water if the water is actually small enough. So let's see what we get here. We try Ozarka Spring Water. I don't even know if this is spring water anymore. Let's see what we get. It's not doing anything, right? So this is the equivalent of all the water just sits in your stomach. Like if you drink a lot and it just sits in your stomach, you're like, why isn't this doing anything, right? This is exactly the same thing. And we're starting to get a little bit now, right? But I'm having to jump up and down. And yeah. So there we go. I don't look that crazy, right? So it is making a little bit of tea, but it's not much. Maybe like 10% or so. But let's see what happens here with the electrolytes reduced water. Look at that, like immediately made tea. There's no jumping up and down. There's no bouncing it around. Nothing like that, right? It just immediately started making tea, and it's dark. It's rich. So that means more of the water molecules there are smaller, which is able to pass through the tea bag and actually pull out the nutrients from the tea. But I know what you're probably thinking. You're like, Apprentice, you cheated. The bag was wet. So let's go and try this one more time. We're going to try it with the Ozarka. Let's add some more. I don't know. But as we see, like it's not happening. You figure that this would have loosened it up so it can make tea, and it's not the case, right? So just think about it. Let's just say we're using just a little bit of tea. Let's see what happens here. let's say that we're really dehydrated, right? And we want just a little bit of tea to see if we can, if we get hydrated, right? The right water will actually hydrate you at a cellular level. And so think about this. If you're working out, you're taking supplements, or you're taking medications and you're wondering if it's actually working, the right water can actually help this get into your blood cell, get into your bloodstream, where all your blood is flowing to help that nutrients, to help those vitamins, those minerals get to where it needs to go, right? So, I'm telling you right now, Ozarka is not, it's not it, okay? And it's not the tea bag. It's the water, right? So there you have it. That is me testing Ozarka Spring. We're gonna go back and do a quick recap. All right, we tested Ozarka Spring Water for 3 specific things. The first one was antioxidants, and we saw that this was oxidizing, right? It was like positive 180, it was actually getting into the 200s. The second thing we tested for was alkalinity, and we actually saw that Ozarka was acidic. Like, I wasn't expecting that. From there, we saw that it was distributed by Blue Triton, which is Nestle's new shell company. Check it out, look it up. And then we tried to see the third test, which was on superior hydration, and this doesn't hydrate us. It does like a little bit, and so because it's just a little bit, you have to buy more of it to actually feel hydrated. Instead, it just all sits in your stomach, and you end up going to the bathroom later wondering, why am I not hydrated? Like, why am I buying this stuff, all right? I'm telling you there's better options. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you are serious about the quality of the water that you're drinking, your health, saving yourself money, you're gonna wanna check out this electrolytes reduced water. Once again, I have a masterclass all about it, and that link is down below this video. Feel free to check that out. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.